There's something that people are not really informed about by the media at the current time, but which is very, very important in this crisis. And I made another video about it, but I thought I make some more visual representation of the situation. What you see here is a pie chart of the GDPs of the top 11 countries of the world. So that's the GDPs of the US, that's the big blue part, Japan, Germany, China, UK, France, Italy, Spain, Canada, Brazil and Russia. Now a week ago at the G20, Mr. Gordon Brown was talking about the shadow banking system. The shadow banking system is a system that is a little bit off the books of the banks, where they trade derivatives and derivatives is a broad group of credit default swaps, collateralized debt obligations, etc. And if you add that derivative volume to the pie chart that I show here, you get this picture. And there is the problem that we are all having today. The derivative pie, this part, is many times the GDP of the entire, well, not the entire world of course, but of the top 11. This blue part is 1100 something US dollars, trillion. So it's a quadrillion actually, 1.4, something like that. And the combined GDP of the world is $50 trillion. And of course it's a little bit more than this, maybe it's like this. But it's about the proportions, the relative proportions. And of course the blue part is not real money, it's all debt, it's all obligations, it's all, it's the way like a car, the way I can explain it, it's a car insurance. People bought the car insurance for $10 per month. The insurance pays out for $20,000 for a new car. And now they all pretend that this car insurance is actually a dollar bill worth $20,000 because they all know that it's very likely to pay out. But just like with car insurance, when you have a strange event, let's say everybody decides on Monday to run into a tree with their cars and they all go to claim the insurance because they all would like to have a new car, then of course the insurance company either goes bankrupt, that's the end of the story, or it calls for something that is also possible right now, it calls force majeure. Force majeure is, for instance, when there's a hailstorm and all the buildings are destroyed, or everybody goes crazy and runs into a tree. Then the company can say, okay, we made this contract with you, but considering the circumstances, it makes no sense to enforce it or to use it. And all these derivatives, this huge volume of derivatives, are made under a contract, or most of them are made under a contract that has a force majeure clause, which can be triggered by an act of state. So, for instance, if the US would pass a law, or if Obama would write an executive order today saying that all derivatives written in the US are no longer valid, or have to be renegotiated, or go back to their, I don't know, some kind of construction that is, at least it does not keep intact the nominal value, let's say, the insurance value of these derivatives. That would be the end of the story. That would basically blow this bubble into smithereens or something. It would disappear. And you would be left with this. And of course a large part of the blue GDP of the US is debt. But still, it would be a lot less of a problem, because every time the US would write a bailout bill and give that money to the banking system, it would not disappear into this huge blue hole, but it would go into the real economy where you and I live and everybody else. So I would I'm kind of shocked by this easiness by which these things could be handled. And I would like people to pressure their congresspeople or persons to make this law, this force majeure law.